Hi everyone, welcome to July favourites. We have a hair situation going on because I have curled it for the first time in ages. How can I be 44 and still not be able to get earrings in without looking in a mirror? Does anyone else have this problem? It's partly because I have, this is going to sound rude, I have double holes, double sets of holes. When I first had my ears pierced, I think I was about 14, I had it done at a department store and I'm pretty sure they messed it up and it never really healed properly. I could never get my earrings through properly and I still can't. Then in my 30s I thought, you know what, I'm going to go and get them done properly. And I went to a really famous place in London, and Rich sent me there because he said they'll use a needle, not a gun, and that's what you need just to sort out the hole once and for all. Well, knocked me down with a feather. I got there and they said, no, we're going to use a gun. It'll be absolutely fine. It'll sort it out. Now I just have two sets of holes in each ear. They sort of partly join up halfway through, but I never know which hole this side to put the earring in to get it through. Bear with me, please, just for 2 seconds. So I end up with really red earlobes. Unless I take my earrings out and then put studs in to sort of hold the hole, it takes me forever. It's really annoying. Anyway, yes, I've curled my hair for the first time in ages and I'm just letting the curls set before I brush them out with my fingers and tousle my hair. So that's why I look a little bit like Medusa. Tempting in those sailors with my head full of snakes. You okay?
Yeah, but you can't say tempting in my sailors and head full of snakes because that's not Medusa, that's a siren.
Medusa had a head full of snakes as well though.
Yeah.
And she turned people to stone.
Yeah, but you said tempting in sailors.
Yeah.
That's not, Medusa doesn't tempt in sailors. Those sirens tempt in sailors.
Oh man, am I going to have to film that again?
Yeah.
Is that really inaccurate?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just filming a video about my favourite things from July.
Ooh, what were your favourite things from July?
Well, let's give a little bit of a preview. The first thing is this foundation, which I really love. I've got it on now. What do you think? Makes my skin look very glowy and smooth. Yes. You obviously don't need that because you're 10 and you've got the most amazing skin. The second thing is a special bra that I bought.
Sorry. Yeah.
Then the rug in the hallway, because it made it feel really cosy, didn't it? Instantly, yeah. And I really like the pattern. This book, which is my favourite book of the month. It's a bit too grown up for you, but okay. It's really good. Rug, bra, book, foundation, and the curtains around the bath in my cabin. Have you seen those yet?
Yeah, I have.
And they look really pretty.
Greeny, paley coloured.
Pale gingham, a gingham check. So that's what's in my favourites. You don't need to watch this now. You can just tune out. See you next time. Okay, so this foundation, this is my first #1 favourite. Lancome Tintadol Ultra Wear Care and Glow, which I have talked about a million times before. And if you actually Google this product, my review comes up in the top results. Claim to fame. That's how many times it's been read. I just think it's brilliant. I did see a Reddit thread where they were saying, oh, it's not as good as the one with the black top. It is. I think it's better. So it's got the same longevity as the original, but the original has this velvet, borderline matte finish to it. I don't find it as flattering on my skin now that I'm in my 40s. When they first brought it out, absolutely fine. And it gave this amazing canvas and it looks great on camera. Maybe it still does look slightly better on camera than this one, but this for every day for me, if I want to look really polished and perfected, it's the best. It's just got more juiciness and glow to it. I'm just feeling that I might go in a different room just to film the rest of it, because this book's a bit grown up and I don't want to be watching what I say. Is that okay? What are you up to? Are you watching TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a bit bored.
You were a bit bored. We'll go for a walk in a bit. Take Dexter for a walk. Okay. All right, we'll move rooms and then I will come and find you when I'm done. Oh, bless her. She's supposed to have a play date today because I've got a really heavy work day and my 8-year-old has a play date already. But 2 hours, or maybe not even that much into the play date, she started projectile vomiting just out of nowhere. And so I had to send her friend home, and she's been kind of fine since. So we can't work out what it is. So I didn't want to do this book review in front of her because it's quite, not that I want to give any spoilers, but it's quite an adult, well, obviously it's an adult book and it's an adult theme. I don't want to spoil the surprise. How do people do book reviews without telling people? You know when they do these really lengthy book reviews, but then they don't tell people what happens in it. They don't spoil any surprises. I don't know how they do that. This has got the best twist in a book, I think, in a literary sort of fiction book since Atonement. Do you remember Ian McEwan's Atonement, where there's the whole, oh God, if you haven't read it yet, skip the next bit. Oh my God, read it. Skip the next thing that I'm going to say. But do you remember where you think that they've lived happily ever after and they get together and there's this whole load of chapters, but then it turns out they hadn't because they'd died. And there was this, you know, it was a real, oh, gut-wrenching kind of twist. This one sort of has that in a slightly different way. It's about 2/3 of the way through when you really think you've sussed out the characters, and then something happens, a change in narrative, and you just think, oh my God, it almost made me want to start again and read the whole thing in a new light. But I didn't, because, you know, I've got a massive stack of books to get through, but I thought that this was brilliant. It's won the Women's Prize for Fiction, and I think deservedly so. It's an incredible book. The main story is this very strange sort of power play, love affair, but you can't almost call it a love affair. And when the twist comes to light, it almost seems quite warped. Just absolutely brilliant. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about in here while I'm away from childlike ears is bras. So a couple of weeks ago, was it a couple of weeks ago? A week and a half ago, I did an Instagram review of a bra called the Soft Form Bra from Honeylove. Lots of you on Instagram had been saying, oh, this brand keeps popping up in my Instagram ads. It's called Honeylove. Can you review it? And they'd been popping up a lot for me as well. And recently, I'd say for the last couple of years, but more recently, last couple of months on Instagram, I've been trying to find the comfiest bras that give good support. And most of them just don't. You either have one or the other. But I tried this Honeylove bra and it was absolutely incredible. It was perfection, right? The only downside with it was that it got very hot underneath the band down here. I mean, everyone went wild. I've got a 20% discount code, and so lots of people went wild ordering Honeylove and reporting back saying how incredible they'd found it. Honeylove have sent me the crossover bra, and I think it's called the Silhouette. The crossover bra I am wearing today. Do you mind if I just give you a little flash of this? Not because I want you to look at my boobs, just because I want to show you what the actual bra looks like. So it's got no underwire, right? But it's just got these really clever support bits that are, I don't know how they've done it, panels on the side. This one is the crossover bra. And normally with these bralettes, you get a mono boob, right? So the fabric just stretches across the highest points of the boob, the biggest points of the boob, and then you get a swathe of fabric that's taut across it. So when you wear a t-shirt or whatever, you have this kind of block of boob, right? This one, look, you get a bit of an indent. It's not all the way to the breastbone, so it's not like you get the separation that you would with an underwire, but it's pretty close. It's absolutely incredible, and I cannot feel, I tell you what it feels like I'm wearing, one of those soft, you know, a yoga bralette, a second skin kind of bralette. That's what it feels like. Absolutely incredible. I am so impressed with the Honeylove products that I've tried. I really like Skims bras for the weightless sort of, it's like they're made out of tights, you know, opaque tights. and they're so soft, and in the summer you feel like you can't feel that they're on. They're great, but these Honey Love ones, I feel as though I'm actually getting proper support. They're lifting away from the band down here. A note on sizing, so I have the small plus on, but what you do is you choose your normal bra size on the website, and then you don't really need to know what that equates to in the Honey Love sizing. They just send you the right one. So I would say it's pretty perfectly true to size both times that I have ordered. And I'm a 32 double D, and I had a small plus in the crossover and a medium, I think it was, in the soft form. But you don't need to take any notice of the small, medium, large, extra large or whatever. You just need to know your bra size, your normal bra size. Little tip for you there. I will continue my quest, and you know what? Once I've got a roundup of, let's say, best budget one, best completely lightweight one for summer, best one for separating the boobs, best one for sports, as soon as I've got best in every category, I'll do a proper YouTube video for you to refer back to, because I think it'd be really useful, wouldn't it? Shall we go and look at the rug? Because I am massively, massively pleased with this. I might just have to do a little bit of tidying. Hold on. Oh my God. Okay, so at the front of the house, it's a 70s house, and it's on different levels. It's set into the side of a hill. So the lounge I was just in is a sunken lounge. It's really cool. Shall I have a little look? Do you want to have a little look? Look, it's down steps, and it's really nice. It's my favourite room in the house. I've got my cacti collection behind those curtains, but it's been really hot recently, so the curtains have remained closed because it's south facing and it's just unbearably hot. I've always wanted a rug to go here, and I've been looking for years for the perfect rug, and I found it on Ruggable. I went for the so you can either do the flat weave one, which is really thin, but I went for the one that's slightly more plush for this, so it doesn't feel fluffy, but it feels like a proper rug, whereas the one in my cabin is a flat weave one, which feels a lot more kind of rustic and thin. They come with these backings to them. So, I mean, that's supposed to stick to the floor. There you go. And then you stick the actual rug on top, and the rug on top is supposed to be washable. Hold on, let's just go outside and then I can show you what I mean about... So before, when you came in, it was just stone, and now it's just got this lovely vibe to it. Ignore my tripod and the mess. Do you see what I mean, though? It's really just made it have this really cosy feel. I am well chuffed. Don't know whether you can tell that. We need to go on a little journey now. Let me just get the keys. We're going on a little journey up to my work cabin, because that is where my final favourite of the month is. Do you know, I had so many favourites this month. 15, I'd say. Normally I can't find enough because I'm really bloody picky. So my final favourite is, oh no, they're all tied back, I've just realised. My final favourite is the curtains I bought for around my outdoor bathtub. So I put an outdoor bathtub in at the work cabin because I was going to shoot loads of beauty stuff there, which I haven't started yet, but I will now that it's finished. They're all tied up because it's been raining. But look how lovely these curtains are. I'm going to cut in some pictures because that's not really doing it justice, is it? So I've got this outdoor bathtub. This is by BC Designs, and then I've got a tin roof above it. I bought these curtains from Amazon because I needed them next day delivery, because I was shooting last Thursday and I needed them. I only thought about it on the Wednesday. I mean, the ideal plan was to get some bespoke curtains made, but it just was dragging on and I couldn't get my act together, and then suddenly I had to shoot, and so I did these on next day delivery, and they've got pom-poms down. That is one pair, sorry, per side. I think I could do with an extra pair so that I've got 3 each side. You don't get a lot of curtain. I think they were about £22 per pair. So if I get another pair, the total thing would have come in at about 60 quid, which I think is pretty good. They're not outdoor curtains. I'm going to have to think of what to do with them in the winter. I've done a bit of set dressing here. Look, I've got my lavenders and my catmint. Actually, they need a bit of a water. And it's all just coming together up here. And then inside is a complete tip, because I was prepping for some filming that I then didn't do, and I've just got all of this. Is what I promised myself wouldn't happen, is that I wouldn't start bringing all my crap up to the cabin, and it would be a really zen space that I could just sit down, not get distracted, do my work, do my editing, write without going, ooh, I'll just test this foundation or whatever it is I get distracted with. You know, I was talking about the other rug from Ruggable. That one is called the Ophelia. I bloody love this rug. Let's give you more of a close-up. This is the Ophelia in bronze. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? And this is the thin one, the flat weave. I think it's brilliant. They've got 20% off today. Ruggable. There's just another random rug propped up there. I could actually become a rug merchant, I think, at this rate. Oh no! Oh God. Left my bikini to dry on the water butt. Right, hope you enjoyed those favourites. It's just had a good old rain out here. It's very nice. Make sure you check out my blog, A Model Recommends. That's linked underneath. I write on there twice a week. If you like these videos and you think, oh, I wish you did more videos, more than one a fortnight, then that's where you need to find me. So go and check it out, and I will see you in the next video.